Okay, welcome to RS Media. It's live commentary today of Liverpool against Burnley here at Anfield. We have 8 o'clock kickoff. It's a must-win game for Liverpool. Not been in much form these last few games. Drew against Man United on the weekend and lost a loss against Southampton and draws previously. Not scored a goal. Scored one goal actually in the past 4 games. So much needed win for Liverpool to move up the table and get close to the top. A win today would be a point behind City and Leicester and 3 points behind United. Burnley, who come into the game on poor form again, 2 losses in the last 2 games, both 1-0. And they'll be hoping today to try and keep it tight, as Burnley normally do, and keep it solid. I'm expecting men behind the ball for Burnley. But looking at the lineups, I'll go through the Liverpool lineup first. You have Alisson in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joel Matip, Fabinho, and Andy Robertson. Wijnaldum, Thiago, and Oxlade-Chamberlain, who comes in. Shaqiri, Origi, and Mane. So that's the team for Liverpool. Mohamed Salah on the bench, Roberto Firmino on the bench. So I think that's much a bit of a wake-up call for Liverpool. Klopp trying different things. He might have the FA Cup in mind on the weekend again against Manchester United. And Burnley, pretty much similar to the last game. Charlie Taylor comes in for Eric Peters and Dwight McNeil comes in for Goodmanson. So Burnley line up with Pope in goal, Loughton, Tarkowski, me, Taylor, Brady, Westwood, Brownhill, McNeil, Barnes, and Wood. So a 4-4-2, 4-5-1 for Burnley, and I'm expecting a 4-3-3 for Liverpool. So Divock Origi, Shaqiri, Ox, they've got a big role to play today. Must make a difference. This is their chance. This is their chance to stamp their authority on this game, to get into Klopp's thinking that we are good enough to stay, because these are fringe players now, and over the summer, Klopp could move them on and bring fresh faces in. Mohamed Salah on the bench, that's the big one. Being in poor form, although he's still a top goal scorer for Liverpool with 13 goals and top goal scorer in Premier League, considering he's not been scoring for the last few games. Again, a wake-up call for him. Maybe we'll see him later on during the game in the second half, depending on how the game's going. And Roberto Firmino, who's also been in poor form, missed few chances against Manchester United. It's just not looking, it's not quite right this season, Bobby Firmino, and he's been given a bit of a rest. Surprised not to see Minamino start today. Started against Crystal Palace, scored then, 1-7-0, and he hasn't had a look in since then. So I wonder what's Klopp's thinking there. Again, he's one of them I think we'll see against Man United. And Burnley, you know what Burnley are going to do? Men behind the ball, they'll be solid. They've got the big men looking for set pieces, looking for free kicks. And towards the end of the game, if they're still in it, if they're still 0-0 or one goal in it, they'll look to bring in Jay Rodriguez and probably counter. And Burnley, last season, it was 1-1, ended LFC's Liverpool's home record of every single win last season. And then they drew 1-1. Jay Rodriguez scored at Anfield. And the last 4 matches, Burnley have lost 1-0, losing 3-1-0, and 1-0 defeats their most common scoreline this season. And I'm expecting not many goals in this either. Liverpool have difficulty breaking teams down. Again, having the defenders, midfielders playing defence doesn't help. And I think the midfield's suffering because of that. Van Dijk out long term. Gomez is out long term. Jota was out for several weeks. He was scoring a lot of goals for Liverpool, but since his injury, not many players have come to the fore for them to score the goals. So they are deeply missing Jota this season, and should be out for a few weeks. For Burnley, Peacock Farrell, the goalkeeper, was self-isolated, but he's in the squad today. So he's come out without any major scathes. And Jimmy Dunn, who had a minor injury, is still out, and he should be looking to be back in the squad next game. So what do we think? Prediction today, I'm thinking, well, I've heard 4-0, 4-5-0, Ryan said to me. But now, after I told him the team, he's changed it to 3-1. So he's thinking it's 3-1. I think it's going to be a little bit closer. I do think Liverpool will win because they have to win. They don't have a choice. I think it'll be 2-0, 1-0, 2-0. Very tight, very tight. And let's hope, because I'm a Liverpool fan, that Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson have a good game, because I think they're the ones that make Liverpool tick. Okay, so referee for today, Mike Dean. You got assistant refs, Darren Cann and Mark Scholes. Fourth official is Anthony Taylor. And on the VAR at Stockley Park is Lee Mason. We've got 8 o'clock kickoff at Anfield, the last game of this game week. Everyone else has played. All the top teams have played already. And looking at the table, Manchester United top on 40 points, and then City and Leicester are close behind, 2 points behind United, with Manchester City with a game in hand. Fantastic win from them yesterday. Again, let's not go into VAR. Let's not go into what the offside rule is. Personally, I thought, if you watched the game, I thought that was offside. The ball was played. Bernardo Silva, offside position. Tyrone Mings brings it down. Bernardo Silva presses, wins the ball, and goes on Twitter, is going crazy about VAR, and not just VAR, the rules. No one knows what the rules are anymore. I don't think the referees know either. And then we've got Leicester, who've been in fine form. Last 5 games, drawn 2 and won 3, and big results for them against Chelsea as well, one of their rivals. And then you got Liverpool in 4th position, drawn 1-1, drawn 3, and lost 1. The loss against Southampton. Not been in form, not looking like scoring any goals. Surprisingly, considering for 2 years that's what they've been doing. But again, I think big players missing in important positions, players playing in out of position as well. That's making an impact for them. And then you got Tottenham, Everton, and West Ham. Now, towards the bottom of the table where Burnley are in 17th. They've won 2 and lost 3 out of the last 5. But they've still got a couple of games in hand over their rivals. They're on 16 points, just 4 above the relegation zone, with Fulham in 12th. Not scored many goals. They've only scored 9 goals this season, with Chris Wood leading their goal scoring charts on 3 goals, and Vidra on 3 goals as well. Vidra's on the bench today. So they're on 16 points, but they've conceded less goals as well. They've only conceded 22 goals. When you look at what Fulham conceded 27, West Brom 43, Sheffield United 32, Brighton 29, Newcastle 30. So they've just conceded 22 goals, which towards the end of the season, you can say it's like a point if you got a decent goal difference too. But they need to score more goals, Burnley. But Sean Dyche is quite experienced. He knows what he's doing. Burnley have been in this position before and come out of it, so they've got the experience and they've got the team that have been through it to get out of the relegation zone. So, Jurgen Klopp making some points before the game, saying that it's not a crisis. There are only 4 points. If they win today, there'll only be 3 points for the top. And the main talking point is centre-backs. Why aren't Liverpool buying any defenders? We're looking on Twitter and looking on the players, especially Virgil van Dijk's Instagram, is looking good in training. might not be too long before we see him. Too long, I mean, maybe a couple of months, and that's why there might be a reluctance to buy a defender. Matip's back. Gomez will be back towards the end of the season, and I think that's their main concern is. So this season, I think top four looking good for Liverpool. I think they'll try and do that first. And obviously, if any of the others slip up and if they're there and thereabouts in the last couple of months going towards May and they're still in it with a few points behind, then they'll think job done. And they're blaming not blaming, but one of the excuses they have is that the lockdown, the coronavirus, the climate that they're in at the moment is not allowing them to spend on players. Before lockdown, before the football was stopped last season, they were very heavily involved in players like Werner, who's having a poor time at Chelsea at the moment. So they might have swerved that one, but they did bring in Jota, who seems to be a revelation for Liverpool. One more point I'm going to make: Nick Pope for Burnley. Now, normally Nick Pope, very good goalkeeper, has a worldly of a performance against Liverpool like he did last season. Kept out Liverpool. Liverpool were on top, creating chances, but he was one of the main differences for them winning that game. So I think Nick Pope will have another good game today. But Liverpool need to start fast, start quick, get on top of Burnley, start moving the ball as fast as quick as they can, and start making them runs. So as I said, Shaqiri, Origi, Thiago and Ox, I've got a lot of work to do, and you've got Mane, who will give his 100% every game, and this time round, hopefully, we should have a win. And Burnley, they'll keep it tight, they'll keep it solid. You've got Westwood sitting in midfield, Brownhill, good player. We've got Brady and Dwight McNeil as well. We can get forward and put the balls in for Barnes and Wood. At the back, Tarkowski and me, solid as you like. Charlie Taylor's a big plus for them coming back in, and you've got Loughton on the right wing too. So teams are just coming out at Anfield. Jurgen Klopp there. High fives with his coaching team. Pep Linders, he's got a mask on. Jurgen Klopp today. Don't want to take any risks with the virus, and we should have kickoff very soon. Liverpool are the 8th reigning top flight team to go 4 matches without a goal. So today, if they don't score today, they're the 8th team that in top flight to go 4 matches without a goal. Last was Leicester in 2016-17 when they won the league and they went 4 games without a goal. And you've got Firmino and Mane with 4 goals in 4 Premier League appearances versus Burnley. You've got Firmino's on the bench. Mane will hope to add to that tally. And Burnley's goalless draw with Liverpool's goalless draw with United ended 42 goal scoring streak at Anfield for Liverpool, but it's still unbeaten in 68 Premier League games. And Salah has gone 4 games without a goal, who's on the bench today. Burnley with Chris Wood as their top scorer with 3. And the only away win this season for them was against Arsenal in December. And again, that was from an Aubameyang own goal. And they've got a really bad goal scoring record, 9 goals in 17 games this season. And Liverpool, Trent Alexander-Arnold back in the starting 11, has had his injury problems. Will be looking to put a good performance in, try and get 90 minutes under his belt. He's got Thiago and Wijnaldum alongside him, so plenty of experience there. All eyes will be on Thiago again to try and unpick that lock of a Burnley defence. So we're ready now for kickoff very soon. All the players are on the pitch. Sean Dyche, still looking around, looks at his watch. Klopp's on the bench. He just got up now, wondering what's going on, waiting for the referee to blow the whistle. And we should be ready to go. Mike Dean, the referee. Hopefully we don't see any controversial VAR decisions today as the players take a knee in support of kick it out and kick out racism in all aspects of life. So we're just waiting for kick-off now as the players get into their positions. We're just waiting for the referee to blow the whistle and we should be going. And we have kick-off, Burnley kick-off, and they have it at the back. Long ball into the Liverpool penalty area and it goes out for a Liverpool goal kick, which Alisson will take. Jurgen Klopp looking on. As I said, Liverpool, they need a fast start. And let's see what they can do in this game. Ball on the right side of Liverpool, down the line. And it's cleared up by the Burnley defence. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain there. Now it's with Liverpool at the back with Alisson. Looks up, plays it right to Joel Matip. And now it's Thiago sitting in the hole. Left to Fabinho. Fabinho back to Alisson. Burnley are quite high up, playing in a 4-4-2 formation. Alisson has it again, passes it wide to Fabinho. Fabinho plays it wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it's gone out for a Liverpool corner. Not much happening yet. Game's just starting. Players are still finding their feet. Mane has the ball. Spins 30 yards from goal. Tries to play in Robertson on the left-hand side, but it's good defending there by Brady. And he gets the toe to it and he goes out for a Liverpool corner. As the players get into position. Short corner taken by Robertson, plays it to Alexander Oxlade-Chamberlain, headed away by Burnley, but it's picked up by Shaqiri. Shaqiri now, on his left foot, crosses the ball in, looks at Fabinho, gets a touch to it, but not enough, and it skims off his head and he goes back for a Burnley goal kick. Little chance there by Fabinho. Ball was a little bit too high, but we're going to see a lot of that this evening with Origi in there. Crossing the ball in, trying to get headers, and he's got a battle there against Tarkowski and me. Nick Pope rolls it out to the Burnley defence to me, and the ball goes long by Taylor, held up very well there by Wood, and now Liverpool have the ball with Thiago in midfield. Thiago plays it right to Trent Alexander-Arnold. And it's cleared by the Burnley defence. Chris Wood wins it and is deemed to have been fouled by Thiago again. Jurgen Klopp looks on. And Joel Matip is screaming at his defenders, get everyone in position. Now this is where Burnley can be dangerous. Set piece. They'll have worked on this. Dwight McNeil over the ball. Westwood over the ball. Westwood takes it, plays it long, deep. Players going for it. Tarkowski gets ahead to it. But now Oxlade-Chamberlain has it. Now it's Robertson who's on the right-hand side. Runs down and plays it out. They couldn't control it and the ball goes out for a throw-in. Switch sides there for a second. Andy Robertson is on the right. And it's a throw-in for Burnley. Taken by Charlie Taylor. Kicked upfield. Chris Wood gets ahead to it. Dueling Matip. Matip plays it to Alisson. Alisson goes long. Mane chases it. But it falls to Origi. Origi, first time shot from about 40 yards out, over the bar. Tried a spectacular there, but he was nowhere near. He actually went in row Z. But that's promising from Origi. Looks like he's got his shooting boots on. Just not shot in the right direction. And Nick Pope gathers it for a Burnley goal kick. Sloppy start at the moment. Not one team dominating. As Pope adjusts the ball. And goes long. Challenged. Barnes challenged there. But Liverpool have it. And now it's Fabinho. Fabinho to Robertson. Ball in midfield. Collected by Shaqiri, who plays it right to Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold looks up. Burnley plays in defence, shouting for offside, but none given. The ball comes in and is headed away by Tarkowski and for a Liverpool corner. Hint of offside there. Burnley players had their hands up. See the replay again. And Origi was in an offside position, but he wasn't interfering in play. But it's a Liverpool corner taken by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Goes long, finds Mane, blocked, and it's cleared over the line by Lowton. Slight chance there. Mane gets ahead to it. Blocked by the Burnley defence. Wijnaldum in again. And it falls to Lowton, who clears it over the bar. Another corner. Trent gets the ball in. And it's cleared by the Burnley defence. Thiago. Right back to Trent again, who looks up. Crosses the ball in. Good block there from the Burnley defender. The ball comes in again. Cleared away by Burnley. Now it's Origi. Goes back to Ox. Gives it to Mane on the left. Mane, first time crossing. And he's just a little bit, he's went out of play. And it's going to be a Burnley goal kick again. Good play there by Liverpool. Crossing the ball in. This time with purpose. This time they've got players in the box who are attacking it. And it just didn't drop for them there. But Burnley resolute at the back. Good defending from them. Got their blocks in, as you know they would. And danger averted. Just seen the last 4 results there. Draws, loss, draw, which isn't good enough. As Nick Pope takes the goal kick again. Ashley Barnes couldn't hold it, comes back to him. And Burnley play a good ball out to Chris Wood. Chris Wood now holds it up, plays it right to Brady. Brady, left foot cross, but it doesn't go past the first man, and Robertson collects it. Thiago plays it, but gives the ball away. Poor from Thiago there. But Liverpool have it back again with Andrew Robertson, who kicks it upfield. Now Mane challenges at the halfway line. A bit of a miscommunication there with Origi. But Burnley have it. Shaqiri now. Plays it to Wijnaldum. Good ball there by Wijnaldum. Thiago with a raking pass finding Trent Alexander-Arnold. First time pass into Ox, but it was just short. Now Burnley attacking on the counter. Great play by Matip. Sweeped up there. Now Oxlade-Chamberlain has it. Plays it wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent looks up, crosses the ball in. Ben Mee gets a foot to it. Robertson challenging. Burnley have the ball in midfield. Westwood plays it wide to Ashley Barnes. One touch and looks for Wood down the line, but that's a little bit too much there for Wood to do to get him to the end of that. And Alisson picks it up, plays it to Matip, who looks for Origi, but it's cut out again by the Burnley defence. And the ball on the left-hand side now for Burnley with Charlie Taylor. Kicks it downfield again. Good touch there by Ashley Barnes. Finds Wood. Wood plays it back in midfield. Now it's Westwood. Westwood. Good play by Burnley. This to Brady. Brady to Loughton on the right hand side. Brady has the ball in the middle. Plays it back to Ben Mee. Ben Mee, misplaced pass there. Easy pass on left hand side to Charlie Taylor. And he just put a little bit too much of there. And you can see Sean Dyche fuming. Liverpool have the ball, plays it upfield to Mane. Mane chests it down. 2 players in front of him. Goes into the penalty, outside the penalty area. Chips the ball in, but Burnley clear. The ball for Barnes. Good control there. First time ball looking for Wood. Could be offside, but Wood carries on. Alexander-Arnold in front of him. Are we going to see offside flag? No, but Wood still has it. Alexander-Arnold shoots. Alisson saves. Liverpool players are fuming, and now the assistant raises his flag. Very silly rule, that. Very silly rule. He was offside by a mile. He should have put his flag up after that first phase of play. But still 0-0 here at Anfield, 10 minutes gone. Liverpool in possession with Trent Alexander-Arnold, who has the ball again. And now it's Joel Matip at the back, who plays it wide to Firmino. Firmino looks downfield, looking for Andy Robertson. Robertson plays it infield. Sadio Mane now. A bit of time. Burnley defenders around him, but he's still got control of the ball. Now plays it left to Andy Robertson. What's he going to do? Plays it to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum being chased. It goes back to Joel Matip. Joel Matip brings the ball in from midfield. Burnley players in position. No one committing. The ball comes in by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Headed out by the Burnley defence. And now it's Thiago. Thiago finds Matip. Liverpool in control for the moment. Matip gives it to Ox. Now back to Matip again. Joel Matip just above the halfway line. Plays it to Fabinho. First time to Robertson. Burnley with all men behind the ball. Fabinho now being closed down by Wood. Goes all the way back to Alisson. And a quick 1-2 there. Robertson down the left-hand side looking for Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane being chased by Loughton. He's 1 or 2 tricks there by Mane. On the edge of the penalty area. Good ball in. Back heel to Robertson. But Gini Wijnaldum couldn't control it. And it's clear by Burnley. Burnley now looking to counter with Ashley Barnes. Ashley Barnes plays it to Westwood. Goes wide to Chris Wood. Liverpool looking for an offside. Not given. Ashley Westwood with the ball again. And he goes back to Matt Loughton. Loughton goes in field from Josh Brownhill. Ball goes in by Brady. Alisson comes out, misses it. Ashley Barnes shoots, blocked by Fabinho. Alisson was in no man's land there. Ashley Barnes couldn't get his shot off. Well, he did get his shot off, but he was blocked by Fabinho. But the goal was gaping, but Liverpool attack. Burnley defend. Thiago. Shaqiri. Back to Thiago. Now it's Trent on the right-hand side. Looks up. Is he going to cross it? There's no movement ahead of him. Now it's Thiago. Plays it to Origi. Origi shoots. But blocked by the Burnley defence. And he's gone for a Liverpool throw-in. Robertson to take the throw-in. To Liverpool. Inside the Burnley half. Robertson now. Plays it to Mane. Good understanding they have on the left-hand side. Fabinho to Robertson. Back to Fabinho. Burnley with men behind the ball, making it difficult for Liverpool. Now it's Wijnaldum. Gives it to Robertson. Fabinho again. Liverpool need to move it quicker if we're supposed to get something in this game. Robertson now. Tries to go long, but he loses it. Goes straight to the Burnley defence, who clear. Robertson gets the ball back. Tries to switch the play, but he's giving it away there again. And the ball falls to Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil goes back to Charlie Taylor. Looking for Chris Wood, but it's just too high for him. And Matip clears to Thiago. Thiago in a much more of a deeper role today. Gives it to Shaqiri. Shaqiri tries to play in Origi, but it's been cut out just a little bit short. Right idea, but the execution wasn't there. Ben Mee at the back clears it upfield, looking for Chris Wood, who's won quite a few headers and is getting a bit of joy in holding the ball up Burnley. But it falls to the Liverpool defence with Fabinho, who's supposed to be midfield, but because of the injuries, he's been a permanent mainstay at the back for Liverpool this season. Wijnaldum looking for a cross-field ball, giving away to Burnley and Charlie Taylor. Now it's Dwight McNeil, one-on-one with Alexander-Arnold. Fine goes back to Charlie Taylor. Liverpool just sat back a little bit here, waiting for the mistake from Burnley. But Loughton has it. They beat the press. The ball goes in. Ashley Barnes gets a head to it. Wood with a shot, and it's blocked by Matip. And the linesman's given offside there for Burnley. But they're getting the balls in. It's very tight. But I think the linesman might have just got it right there. Again, Alisson came out for it. Just showing the replay of the other chance. Alisson came out. Barnes, it's a save by Alisson. What a save by Alisson. Good recovery there to deny Burnley going ahead. But that's the closest we've come to a chance, or half a chance so far. So Liverpool with the ball again. Fabinho to Robertson down the left. Back to Fabinho. Fabinho looks up, tries to go long, but it's just too long, and the ball goes to Nick Pope. I think we're seeing a slight difference what Salah and Fabinho make in this team in terms of the movement. Where when you have Origi up front with Shaqiri dropping quite deep, you lose that little bit of impetus in attack. Ball cleared by Nick Pope, long field, looking for Chris Wood, but he couldn't get in control. Comes back to Ben Mee in the Burnley defence. Now it's Westwood. Good ball to Brady. Burnley go down the right of Liverpool. Fabinho will look at clear. Clearance by Fabinho, but Burnley still have it. Westwood. Ben Mee. Dwight McNeil goes left to Charlie Taylor. Back to Dwight McNeil. Crosses the ball in. But he gets a ricochet of a Liverpool player and falls straight into Alisson's hand. Good play there by Burnley down Liverpool's left. Origi now in the middle of the park. Plays it back to Trent Alexander-Arnold, Shaqiri, Matip, and now Fabinho. Mane, back to Fabinho in the centre of midfield. Switches it wide. To Oxlade-Chamberlain. And it's down to Liverpool left now with Robertson. Wijnaldum. Plays a 1-2 with Mane. Now it's Mane again. Looks up. 4 Burnley defenders in front of him. Goes left to Robertson. Robertson runs in field. Edge of the penalty area. Still Robertson. Gives it to Shaqiri. But cleared by Burnley. But it comes back to him again. Good challenge there on Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Burnley win the ball. Now it's Chris Wood down the left-hand side. Good clearance upfield. He's in the penalty area. Joel Matip. Great defending there by Joel Matip, and deemed to have been fouled. And free kick Liverpool. Good play by Joel Matip there. But Burnley on the counter looks slightly dangerous. Liverpool have the ball with Trent Alexander-Arnold to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool need to quicken this up. Thiago now, looking for a run. Finds Shaqiri. Shaqiri to Mane, just outside the penalty area. Robertson on the left, in the penalty area. Looks up, crosses the ball in, back post, and is cleared by the Burnley defender, Charlie Taylor. No one around him, but he wasn't to know. Should have got a shout from his goalkeeper, but he clears it for a Liverpool corner. Decent play by Liverpool. Went up the pitch quite quickly. Poor cross by Robertson, but Taylor puts it out for a Liverpool corner. Trent Alexander-Arnold leaves it for Shaqiri. This time round, left-footed in-swinger. The ball comes in, and it's cleared again by the Burnley defender. Or should I say it was Ashley Barnes who's defended that bravely. Now ball played out to Thiago on the edge of the penalty area. Thiago goes back. Robertson looking for Trent Alexander-Arnold again. And it's been cut out by Charlie Taylor for a Liverpool corner. Poor corner there by Liverpool. Didn't make much of it, but they have the ball now. Oxlade-Chamberlain, infield, good incisive ball to Mane. Mane to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum plays it wide to Shaqiri. Shaqiri, edge of the area. Shoots! Just wide. Good effort there by Shaqiri. To the left of Nick Pope. But he just puts it wide of the goal. But we know we can do that on his left peg. He's done it many a time before. Just wide of the left-hand side post of Nick Pope. And still a goal to come. Slight opening there by Shaqiri. And we know we can do that. So he took his shot. But nothing to do. Still 0-0. 20 minutes gone. Liverpool 0. Burnley 0. Goal kicked by Nick Pope. Won by Burnley again. By Ashley Barnes. Now Burnley have it with Brady on the right hand side. Ball comes in. And it's a poor cross and it goes out for a Liverpool goal kick. Shaqiri there. Last few appearances in the Liverpool 11. Can he keep this up? Will he be a long-term replacement for somebody? Or is it Jurgen Klopp utilising the squad the best he can? Liverpool have the ball on the right with Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now it's Origi. Origi plays it to Sadio Mane, just outside the D. Now it's Gini Wijnaldum. Back to Sadio Mane. Burnley plays ahead of him. Plays it to Alexander-Chamberlain, and it's saved by Pope. Good shot there by Ox. Nick Pope behind the ball, straight towards him. But we know he can do that. One of the few players in the Liverpool team that can shoot outside the area. But this time round, went straight to Nick Pope. Shot on target for Liverpool there. Liverpool now getting much more into this game. Trent Alexander-Arnold has it on the right-hand side. Plays it in field. Shaqiri, who's dropped deep, now switches it to Andy Robertson down the left. Robertson looks for Thiago. Thiago silkily goes past 2-3 players. Thiago, good ball to Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side. Ball's coming first time, Origi. Great block there by Ben Mee. If he wasn't there, the ball Origi with an open net, but it's a good interception. The ball comes in again, and Nick Pope gathers it first time round. But good play there by Liverpool. Thiago, brilliant play, 1 or 2 touches, goes past the players, plays in Trent Alexander-Arnold down the right. Good cross, but Ben Mee sticks a leg out, and Burnley clear. Good play there by Liverpool. Getting closer, much more decisive in the final third. Let's see if they can keep this up. Liverpool have it again with Thiago. Thiago looks up, plays Mane in, but good head there by Tarkowski, and the ball runs through to Nick Pope. I think them long balls, Tarkowski and me, will eat them up all day. I don't think that troubles them. Get in behind and put them crosses in. Goal kick there. Cleared by Liverpool. Ben Mee has it for Burnley. Burnley gives it away. Origi looking for Mane, but Tarkowski's there. Slight mistake there by me. And now he's looking for Chris Wood down the left-hand side. Ashley Barnes running in. 4 Liverpool players around him. Now it's Dwight McNeil. Looks up, runs down the byline. Ball comes in. Good clearance there by Liverpool and Fabinho. And he's got injured during the process. Holding his shin there, Fabinho, but brilliant clearance there, or Burnley would have been in. Ashley Barnes there coming in from an offside position, but it was Chris Wood. Plays it to Dwight McNeil. Good play by Dwight McNeil. Goes past Trent Alexander-Arnold easily, pushes the cross in, but Fabinho clears and might have got a slight touch in the process by Ashley Barnes. Robertson. Burnley pressing. Wijnaldum goes long. Nick Pope's out his goal. Mane chasing him down. Pope clearance. Robertson wins it to Wijnaldum now. Now it's Thiago. Thiago looks up, finds Shaqiri. Shaqiri in the centre circle. Origi. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Plays it wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold switches the play. Robertson looks to have been fouled there. Nothing given. Referee stops play there. And he's given a foul, has he? For Liverpool? He has given a foul. This is on the edge of the area. Robertson over it. Down the left-hand side of Burnley. Brady there, demonstrating with Mike Dean. Set piece for Liverpool, 26 minutes gone. 0-0. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson over it. Matip is up. Origi is there. Let's see what comes of this. Ball comes in from Robertson. Towards the back post. Cleared by Burnley. And it's been given offside. Stopped by the referee. Jurgen Klopp is fuming. He can't believe what's just happened there. He looks aghast, Jurgen Klopp. Trying to figure out. But it's a Burnley free kick, which Nick Pope takes. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays it long, looking for Ox, but good positioning by Nick Pope, who comes out and he goes for a Liverpool throw-in. Burnley making it difficult for Liverpool. Can they break them down in his first half? Trent Alexander-Arnold again crosses the ball in, cleared by Burnley. Shaqiri couldn't control it. Now Burnley have it in midfield with Dwight McNeil. Brady plays it first time for Chris Wood, but good sweeping there by Matip. And now it's Fabinho. Burnley pressing. Robertson has it down the left. Goes in field to Thiago. Thiago looks up and tries to play Mane in, but it's cut out by the Burnley defence. Now it's Gini Wijnaldum to Robertson. Robertson in field to Origi. Origi running towards the Burnley defence. Goes in towards the D. Shoots! Not much effort into that. Not much power into that. Just outside the D. Went for a shot, but Nick Pope saves comfortably. Divock Origi there, trying to make a difference today, instead of Firmino and Salah, who are looking on from the bench. Clearance by Nick Pope, headed by Robertson to Thiago. Thiago loses it in midfield again. Now Burnley have it with Matt Loughton. Nick Pope gives it to Ben Mee. Being pressed there by Liverpool. Ben Mee clears up front. And is that a foul? Fabinho having words with the referee. Deemed to have fouled Ashley Barnes, and it's free kick Burnley. Just on the edge of the centre circle in the Liverpool half. It was a 50-50. But Mike Dean's given the free kick to Burnley. Ball comes in from Burnley. In the penalty area, gets a head to it. Alisson comes out, punches it away. Still in the area. Away by Matip. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now Liverpool can break with Shaqiri. Looks up, sees no runners, but he finds Divock Origi. Divock Origi evades one challenge. Looks up, crosses the ball in. Ben Mee there heads it away. Now it's Westwood. Westwood to Taylor. Back to Ashley Westwood. Well cleared there by Burnley. Now it's Ben Mee to Charlie Taylor. Liverpool sitting back for a second. Ox now looking to press. Ben Mee plays it upfield. Clearance there by Burnley, and it falls to Joel Matip at the back. Now it's Alisson. Outside of the foot pass there to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who plays it back to Alisson. Fabinho gives it to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson back to Fabinho. Fabinho to Alexander-Arnold down Liverpool's right. Burnley got men behind the ball again. Liverpool lose it to Burnley. Now it's Chris Wood looking for runners. Finds Brady. Brady cut out there by Fabinho. Now Liverpool on a counter. 2 against 2. Mane's got the ball. Runs in field. Finds Origi in the box. Runs towards the penalty area. Looks up. Shoots. And he's saved by Nick Pope. Straight down the middle. Couldn't make much of that counter-attack there, Liverpool. Good play by Mane. Finding Origi. Origi in the box. Goes across Matt Loughton. But the shot straight into Nick Pope's arms. Clearance there by Burnley. Just to be offside Ashley Barnes. And Liverpool have it again. Andy Robertson plays it infield for Thiago. Thiago to Shaqiri. Shaqiri plays it right to Alexander-Arnold. Shaqiri now looks up. Few players ahead of him. Finding Wijnaldum in midfield. Fabinho, first time to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson, no players ahead of him. Burnley sitting in. Fabinho now from defence. Comes up, carries the ball. Looks for Ox. Finds him. Shaqiri to Alexander-Arnold. Shaqiri now running towards the area. Chips across in. Ox has it. Andy Robertson gets a header. But again, it's cleared by Burnley. Resolute defending there by Tarkowski. Still 0-0 at Anfield as Jurgen Klopp crosses his hands, expecting a goal. But he's looking very difficult against his Burnley defence. And they've been lively up front too. Barnes and Wood causing problems. Now Liverpool have it. The impetus is all on them. Mane finds Alexander-Arnold. Ball comes back in. But poor ball there, and it runs out for a goal kick to Liverpool. Trent there on his left foot. Not as good as his right, as you can imagine. Mohamed Salah there on the bench. Mask half on. Now he's got it on properly. Doesn't look happy, does he? More on the bench. Firmino warming up. Will be looking to make a difference if he stays like this. Will Jurgen Klopp change it round? Will we see Minamino? Will we see Fabinho, Salah? Curtis Jones is on the bench too. Burnley down Liverpool's left, and they get a free kick. Xherdan Shaqiri there, deemed to have brought down Charlie Taylor. Foul there by Shaqiri. In a slight dangerous position. On the left-hand side, down Burnley's left. Liverpool players getting into position, holding their line. Tarkowski's up, Mees up, Wood, Barnes. All big lads trying to get at the end of this Dwight McNeil's cross. Ball comes in, cleared, comes out to Brady, and it's a weak shot, goes straight into Alisson's hands. Good free kick there, but no one at the end, and it fell to Brady, who couldn't make the most of it. But Liverpool have the ball again with Joel Matip. Xherdan Shaqiri. Matip again. Looks up. Finds Trent Alexander-Arnold. Gives it to Shaqiri. Back to Trent, who still has the ball with his feet. Finds Fabinho. Fabinho infield to Joel Matip. Joel Matip now. Long ball. Looks for Mane, but it's cut out by the Leicester defence. Leicester have it in midfield. Liverpool players pressing. Brady is breaking. Andy Robertson just gets back in time. Brady looks up. Finds Loughton. Loughton to McNeil. McNeil. Now it's Charlie. Now it's Loughton. Trent Alexander-Arnold has it on the left-hand side. Good ball to Xherdan Shaqiri in the midfield. Origi now tries the pirouette but loses out. And now Burnley have it with Brady. Brady tries to play Ashley Barnes in, but I don't think he has the pace for that. Burnley doing well, but Liverpool have the ball again with Fabinho. Fabinho gives it to Matip. Matip to Alexander-Arnold. To Andy Robertson, who switched sides on the right-hand side. Looks for Origi, but it's cleared again. Now it's Brady. Ashley Barnes going to control it, but now it's Alexander-Arnold down the left for Liverpool. Wijnaldum. Thiago looks up, finds Robertson. Andy Robertson gives it to Shaqiri. Shaqiri now gives it back to Thiago. To Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold outside the D, shoots, and he's gone over. So a glimpse of goal there on his right foot, played in, and he just hits it wide. Well, hits it over the bar. Jurgen Klopp is gesticulating. I don't think he's happy with what he's seeing. Liverpool have been slow. They've not created much. There's no fluency up front, in midfield. They've seen plenty of the ball, but not done much with it. Will we see a goal before half-time while Sean Dyche checks his watch? 37 minutes gone. Burnley with a goal kick. But Liverpool have it again with Alisson. Plays it short to Alexander-Arnold. Goes downfield. Finds Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain with Charlie Taylor. Left foot Shaqiri. Good ball. Finds Thiago. Thiago's been fouled. Now it's Andy Robertson down the left-hand side in a penalty area. Shoots. Saved by Nick Pope. Robertson gets it back again. Shaqiri on the edge of the D. Trent Alexander-Arnold. The ball comes in and is headed away by Burnley. Good shot there by Andy Robertson. Straight to Nick Pope. Straight towards him, who blocks his shot. Ashley Barnes there given a yellow card, rightly so, for a late challenge on Thiago. Mike Dean gives him a yellow card, his fourth booking of the season. Ashley Barnes, who's still complaining, but he's got nothing to complain about there, as Liverpool take a throw-in with Sadio Mane now on the edge of the box. finding Joel Matip, who's come up from midfield, from defence. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays the ball in, but it's cleared by Burnley. Liverpool up in a tempo just before half-time. Shaqiri now looks up, finds Trent on the right-hand side. Now it's Thiago. Fabinho. Mane. Burnley players ahead of him. He's got nowhere to go, but he looks to clip Wijnaldum in, but he's cleared again by Burnley. Thiago wins the ball. Great play by Liverpool. Now it's Origi on the edge. Gini Wijnaldum towards the D, looking for Shaqiri, now it's Alexander-Arnold, shoots with the left foot, and it's deflected out for a Liverpool corner. Good play there, Liverpool. Shaqiri teased as if he was going to shoot, but he plays in Trent Alexander-Arnold, who cuts in and then shoots on his left foot, and it's cleared, it's blocked by Charlie Taylor, and he's gone for a Liverpool corner. 5 minutes to go for half-time. Liverpool corner. Robertson kicks it in, away by Burnley. But Liverpool have it again, with Trent Alexander-Arnold down the left-hand side. Finds Thiago. Thiago looks up. Gini Wijnaldum. Burnley plays ahead of him. Plays it left to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson back to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum now. Twists and turns. Goes past Ashley Barnes. But he plays it to Mane, who's dropped back. Mane goes left to Shaqiri. Shaqiri plays in Origi. Chance here. Origi kicks the ball in. Mane with the header. Tape header. Was looking for Wijnaldum, but it falls to the Burnley defence. And Mane shakes his head. Should have done much better there, Sadio Mane. Liverpool, it's all Liverpool at the moment. 90% possession in the last 10 minutes compared to Burnley's 10. Sean Dyche there, looking on. 4 minutes to half time. We'll be looking to go in 0-0. Wouldn't want to concede now with 4 minutes. With 4 minutes left. You can see the Liverpool play the crosses, 15 crosses this game. It's a bit of a tactic for them this season, these last few games, the crosses, but the crosses are not finding their target. Liverpool have the ball with Thiago at the back. Thiago finds Alexander-Arnold. Plays it down the right. Oxlade-Chamberlain couldn't get it. Charlie Taylor has it. And now it's Nick Pope, who goes upfield, looking for Barnes or Wood. Barnes, out-muscled there by Matip, who wins the header. Thiago looks for Robertson, and there's a bit too much on that, and it's a throw-in for Burnley. Deep in the Liverpool half. Brady has the ball in his hands, but he leaves it for Matt Lowton, who walks towards the ball. Half-time can't come soon enough for Burnley. Lowton finds Brownhill, tries to cross the ball in, cut out by Fabinho, and is cleared upfield. Burnley defender has it, and that's a mistake there by Tarkowski. Origi, one-on-one with keeper. Oh, and he's hit the crossbar. Divock Origi through on goal. Only Nick Pope to be. Went for power, and he's hit the stanchion. What a chance there by Liverpool. Tarkowski, Ben Mee tries to play back to Pope. Completely miskicks it. Origi one-on-one with Nick Pope, centre of the goal. Tries to play it round him, but he hits it a little bit too wide. And he hits the corner of the crossbar and the post. And the ball runs to safety. And it's 0-0. What a chance that was. What a chance. What will Mo Salah and Bobby Firmino be thinking? Liverpool should be one up there. It's a free kick to Burnley. Plays it long. And that was a foul there by Mane. No, not given. And it's a Liverpool goal kick. Smile there by Divock Origi. I don't know what he's smiling about. He should have put that ball in the back of the net. Burnley are not going to give that many gifts in this game. Christmas is gone. No more gifts left. But that was won by Ben Mee. Are Liverpool going to rue that chance? Not created many chances this game. But they're on the attack now with Andy Robertson down the left. Robertson looks for Origi again, who picks the ball up, plays it to Mane on the edge of the box. Mane now looks up, the ball comes in, and is he given a penalty? It's a free kick on the edge of the area. Mane, due to being fouled by Tarkowski on the edge of the area. A bit of a stamp. Very late there, Tarkowski on Mane. And it's a free kick for Liverpool. In a very dangerous position. Left of the D. Quite central. We've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, who can hit them. Shaqiri, who can hit them. Nick Pope, trying to get the wall ready. Thiago's there too. Who's going to take this one? Trent Alexander-Arnold's had a few against Manchester United that didn't go to plan. Could he do anything better? Trent Alexander-Arnold! And it's gone over. Short one there by Thiago. And he puts it miles wide, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Sums it up really. 0-0. 46 minutes gone. Nick Pope with the goal kick. And I think that should be that. Sean Dyche there, complaining to Anthony Taylor, the fourth official. And it's half time. Jurgen Klopp runs into the tunnel. And we've got a bit of afters there at half time. Ashley Barnes is on the floor. We've got some handbags between Westwood and Robertson. I wonder what's all that about. Genie Wijnaldum's getting involved. Jurgen Klopp and Sean Dyche having words in the tunnel. He's all got a little bit heated there at half time at Anfield. Yellow card comes out. Mike Dean. Fabinho, it looks like. Who else is getting a yellow card? Or is it Matip? Let's see what's happened. Fabinho has a little kick out there on Ashley Barnes. The players are still on the pitch. Mike Dean tries to make a decision. Are we going to see VAR? Yes, we are. Possible red card, violent conduct. It's between Ashley Barnes and Fabinho. Went for the ball. Has Fabinho kicked out? And Ashley Barnes kicked out? Can't see much in that. Two legs going at each other. Mike Dean still. Fabinho there. Pleading his innocence. Half-time whistle's gone. But we're still seeing drama here. And it's 0-0. That's the best thing that's happened in that game. Origi missed a sitter. It's half time. It's 0-0. Drama at the end there. Fabinho. We had a VAR decision there. Could have been a red. I don't think there was much in it. But VAR after the half time came out. But I think Fabinho got a yellow card. And it's 0-0 as we go into half time. Poor game there, I think. Burnley looking dangerous. They're not. Burnley, they have a chance in them. Barnes and Wood are making a lot of trouble there for Fabinho and Matip at the back. Liverpool had their chances. Origi, you should have took that chance. 1-on-1 with the keeper. That's where you miss Salah. That's where you miss Firmino. But it's 0-0 at Anfield. Second half, Jurgen Klopp, will he make any changes? Is anyone looking to come off? Ox had a quiet game. Origi's missed that chance. Shaqiri's played well. Mane's played well. Thiago's been okay. Gives the ball away a few times in that first half. But he's got the quality to win the game on his own. You've got Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson. Trent Alexander-Arnold, again, not in form. He's having a bit of a poor game. We're not seeing the spark from him like we normally do. And you've got Ben Mee, who was lucky there after that mistake. Poor pass by him. Not enough on the ball to pay it back to Nick Pope, and Origi was in. Burnley, dogged. Burnley could score in the second half. We're going to probably see changes from them to Rodriguez coming on to give him a bit of pace up front. But apart from that, 0-0. Burnley, 4 matches, 1-0. Could be another 1-0 again today. Like I said, there's not going to be much in it. It'll be 1-0, 2-0. Liverpool will just be glad to get a victory today. But they look quite flat, Liverpool. Not enough creativity, not enough movement up front today. Burnley, you knew what Burnley were going to do. They were going to sit back. And I think this is a tactic a lot of teams are going to employ with Liverpool to sit back and try and get something on the counter. Jurgen Klopp's words after the United game, I couldn't believe that United sat back, but United had the better chances to win that game on the weekend. So start finish yet. It's still 0-0, but we're going to go through the chances again, or half chances, especially that Origi one. A half chance for Burnley as well, when Alisson made a bit of a mess of it when he came out for the ball. But not much in it, really. Liverpool got much of the ball. You expected that at the beginning of the game, but it's just not good enough, I don't think. They're going through a bad patch at the moment. They need to turn it around very quickly. They need to win today, and I'm sure you're going to see more Salah come on in the second half, and maybe Minamino, Firmino, but he needs to change it round. Can't have that again. Man City are in good form. Man United are in good form. Leicester are in good form. 3 teams. Jose Mourinho is just a couple of points behind as well. So it's a must-win for Liverpool. Burnley would be delighted with that first half. Didn't give much away, apart from that chance there for Origi. But 0-0, they'll be happy with a 0-0 going to Anfield, like it did last season when it was 1-1. So I'm sure we're going to see the replay again for the chance. Origi hits the bar. The ball comes back to make some mad hash of it, Ben Mee. Then he's chasing back, but he's not going to catch Origi. He opens his body up too much, Divock Origi. Nick Pope is backpedaling. He can go left, he can go right, and he hits the crossbar. Poor finish that. Very poor. He had time, he had space. He took the shot well. Right time to take the shot. But it's hit the bar. Second half, let's see. Can we see a change? We're going to see the corner again. The chances that Liverpool had, half chances. They've come from crosses. Most of the time they've been cleared by Burnley. Shaqiri's had pot shot. That went wide. A couple of shots by Origi, but it's saved by Pope. Nothing on them. Origi again, when Liverpool broke. With Mane, it was 2 against 2. Origi with a shot that, again, straight down the throat of Nick Pope. And a slight chance at the end. Andy Robertson hits it straight to Pope. And that's it. But they need to do a lot more. Jurgen Klopp and Sean Dyche having words. Jurgen Klopp wasn't happy at all. Dyche said something while walking past. He's got a bit feisty. Let's see if the game picks up in the second half here at Anfield. You're watching RS Media, live commentary of Liverpool against Burnley. 0-0 so far. Are we going to see a goal? Let's see. Keep your comments coming in. We've got Mohammed Fawzan Abdul Majid watching from Malaysia. We've got CPT Expose, who at 7:51 said Liverpool 5, Burnley 1. I can't see that happening. We've got YCL 27 saying score at 8:39. Hopefully we see a goal. Hopefully the game picks up. Some more chances for either side. Obviously, want Liverpool to win. But as it stands, Liverpool will be on 35 points. Three behind Leicester and 5 behind Manchester United, with Tottenham Hotspur with a game in hand on 33 points. And if it stays like this, Liverpool will drop to 5th position and out of the top 4 places and go into the Europa League spots. I don't think it will stay like that, with Everton with 2 games in hand. So in effect, they could even drop to 6 when everyone plays their games. But long way to go. Top of the table is very tight this season. There's only a few points in it. We've had different league leaders this season. Liverpool, we've had Leicester, we've had Spurs. Now it's Man United's turn. And I'm sure that mantle will be taken on by Man City, and they're going to be very difficult to stop. At the bottom, Burnley will be on 17 points, go joint with Brighton. If it stays like this, we're playing a game less. They have a game in hand. If they win that game in hand, they'd go up to 15th, just above Newcastle. With Burnley having a slightly worse goal difference. So a very crucial point for Burnley in terms of survival for them. Second half, not long to go now. Let's see if Jurgen Klopp makes any changes. Is he going to wait before he makes some changes? I think he'll give it another 10 or 15 minutes, then he has to change. And to be fair, they've not created anything, Liverpool, apart from half chances, and that was the mistake by Ben Mee. But at the moment, they'd take anything. But I think Mo Salah, we'll see Mo Salah. They have to win this game. Maybe Firmino as well. Could change the formation. Could go 4 attacking players if this doesn't changes. But I think they should be wary of Burnley. McNeil's having a decent game. Barnes and Mee Barnes and Wood are causing trouble, and the set pieces could make a big difference. They've got big players, Burnley, Tarkowski, me, Barnes, Wood. Whereas Liverpool have just got one recognised centre-back, Matip, who's just come back from injury. So I wonder if they'll capitalise on that. We've got more commentaries coming up. Keep in tune to RS Media. Follow him on Facebook. There'll be at least 1 or 2 commentaries every week. FA Cup this weekend. Big game again, Liverpool against Man United. I don't think we'll see full 11s in that game. I think there's definitely going to be a few changes. The games are coming quick and fast. Players are tiring. Players are getting injured. As we go back to Anfield, subs are warming up. Curtis Jones there. Minamino, James Milner. But the players are coming out for the second half. Mo Salah there. Walks straight to the bench. How long before we see him? And is he going to make a difference? Rattled some cages there, probably Jurgen Klopp at half time. After that dramatic finish and exchange of words with Sean Dyche. And I think that's the most dramatic thing that's been happening. Who's going to score first? Are we going to get a goal? Are Liverpool going to win? Are Burnley going to snatch it? As we see the Fabinho yellow card again. Slight kick out on Ashley Barnes. And then all hell broke loose. Well, I wouldn't say that, but he got a bit feisty at the half-time whistle. Fabinho there on his 4th booking of the season. As we get ready for the second half, Mike Dean, players are poised. Shaqiri going to take this kickoff, and we're ready to go. Liverpool have the ball, go long, looking for Origi, but it's cleared by Burnley. And it's down Burnley's right with Brady, who hits it long. Alisson comes out, sweeps it to Fabinho, and Fabinho has it for Liverpool, who move upfield. Wijnaldum finding Mane. Robertson, first time ball towards the right, Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool moving about quicker. Trent Alexander-Arnold has it, plays it to Shaqiri in field. Liverpool have it. One touch. Still Liverpool with Origi. Origi finding Trent down the right. Trent with the ball in, and he goes straight to Nick Pope. Poor pass there by Trent Alexander-Arnold, but Liverpool started quickly. Good first time passing. We can see Mo Salah there, lacing his boots up. Could be very soon before we see him. The ball's with Alisson. He finds Andy Robertson down the left. Ball goes up. Won by Burnley. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain got fouled there by Ben Mee. He won the ball, but he took him out as well. And it's a free kick for Liverpool in Burnley's half. Charlie Taylor just clips Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain there, who has a chuckle with Ashley Barnes, and it's a Liverpool free kick down Burnley's left. Trent and Andy Robertson over it. Andy Robertson takes it, finds Ben Mee, who heads it clear. The ball falls to Thiago. Thiago in field to Andy Robertson. Robertson to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Fabinho. Fabinho finds Thiago, looks up, tries to go past the Burnley midfielder. Right back is Shaqiri. Shaqiri tries to play a ball in, but it's cut out by Burnley. And Charlie Taylor clears, and it's been closed down by Origi for a Burnley throw-in. But Liverpool look sharper in the second half. Whatever Jurgen Klopp said seems to be working. Charlie Taylor's down. We just come back from injury, Charlie Taylor. We're going to see the physio come on the pitch, are we? Mike Dean has a quick word with him. Let's see what's happened. Clears the ball. Closed down by Divock Origi, but I think he's injured himself. Looks like a hamstring for Charlie Taylor. Looks like hamstring injury again. That's what kept him out in the last few games. And by the look of him, I think that's what's happened again. He clears the ball with his left foot. Origi doesn't touch him. Couple of steps, and straight away he knew. Physios, they're helping him up. Are we going to see a quick early change here in the second half for Burnley? He's walking off the pitch. Yes, and this will be a substitute for Burnley. Charlie Taylor coming off and Eric Peters coming on. Played well, Charlie Taylor, today. Unfortunate to have that hamstring injury again. Hopefully it's not for too long. As Peters comes on and straight away takes a throw in for Burnley. Goes long, but Liverpool have it again with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alisson at the back. Looks up. Plays it upfield. Looking for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Good ball there. Good control by Oxlade. But he loses out to the Burnley defender. And Burnley clear again. But Joel Matip wins it from Chris Wood. Matip plays it right to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Goes upfield. Switches it to Andy Robertson and Mane. Mane looks up. Too many defenders around him. But plays the outfield to Trent, who's in the box. The ball comes in. Straight to the Burnley defence. Shot by Trent. Parried by Nick Pope. And he just about clears it. And he's gone out for a Liverpool corner. The ball came out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Left foot shot. Stopped by Pope, but he couldn't get hold of it. And he just about punches it clear for a Liverpool corner. Now it's Xherdan Shaqiri. Liverpool plays in the box. The ball comes in, but he couldn't beat the first man. And it's been cleared by Dwight McNeil for another Liverpool corner. Shaqiri will try again. This time he goes short. Find Alexander-Arnold. Trent Alexander-Arnold looks up. Right-footed. But again, he hits a Burnley defender. 2 poor corners there by Liverpool. You expect better from Trent Alexander-Arnold with the quality that he has. We're just going to see that chance again. Trent Alexander-Arnold hits it with his left foot. Good save low down by Nick Pope. But he couldn't hold on to it. And then he just kicks it back behind for a Liverpool corner, which came to no avail. Liverpool tried to attack again. Long ball. Benmi heads it clear. Still falls to Liverpool and Thiago. Looks up. Finds Gini Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum goes left to Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson outside of the area. Crosses the ball in. Looking for Oxlade-Chamberlain, but Nick Pope comes out and gathers the ball. 0-0. 6 minutes gone. Some poor crossing, and we've seen some poor corners. And as I said, Trent Alexander-Arnold doesn't look. He looks out of sorts this season. The sharpness is not there. Set pieces are not there. And maybe losing Van Dijk and Gomez has made a difference to him. but run by Robertson. That's a great ball there by Trent. Crossfield. Burnley are back. Wijnaldum. Origi. Oxlade-Chamberlain looks up, feints to shoot, but he goes to Trent Alexander-Arnold again. Ball comes in. Again, he's cleared by the Burnley defence. But Shaqiri now. Trent Alexander-Arnold tries again. Another cross. Cleared again by Ben Mee. And now Burnley clear. Ashley Barnes, Westwood, Wood, good control, finds Barnes. 3 players around him. And he's been brought down by Thiago. Good play there, Burnley. Well held up by Chris Wood. Played in Ashley Barnes. He was one-on-one. Liverpool players got back with Fabinho. And then Thiago brings him down. He said he's won the ball. He did get a touch of the ball, but he took out the man as well. And it's going to be a Burnley free kick. About 45 yards out from the Liverpool goal. Liverpool defenders on the edge of the area, holding a high line. Ashley Westwood over it. Dwight McNeil over it. The ball goes in long, too long, and it goes out for a Liverpool goal kick. He'll be doing that. Sean Dyche, set piece, should have made most of it. Now it's Liverpool, Gini Wijnaldum in the middle. Andy Robertson. Wijnaldum again. Goes long, looking for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Finds Oxlade-Chamberlain. That was poor by Oxlade-Chamberlain. Tried to play in Mane, but again straight to the Burnley defenders. Thiago loses the ball, but Ashley Barnes again deemed to have given away a free kick. Liverpool take it quickly. Matip comes up from defence, tries to play in, and he goes straight to Nick Pope. Wasn't expecting that Oxlade-Chamberlain from Joel Matip. Clearance by Burnley. Ashley Barnes tussling Fabinho, but the ball falls to Alisson. Thiago again. Fabinho. Robertson. Salah and Mane and Fabinho just been called back from their warm-up. Won't be long before we see them now. Who's going to come off for them? Liverpool have it now with Origi. Now it's Gini Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum goes wide to Alexander-Arnold. Looks up, gives it Shaqiri. Shaqiri left-footed cross goes in the box and is gathered by Nick Pope. Looking for Andy Robertson, but the ball was a bit high as Nick Pope jumps and gathers it. But again, it's with Liverpool. Sadio Mane with the ball. Comes out, but then it's cleared by Burnley. Dwight McNeil down the left-hand side. Cleared. Now it's Oxlade-Chamberlain. And that's a foul by Ben Mee there. Tries to win the ball, but he leaves Origi on the floor for dead. Good play there by Burnley. Dwight McNeil down the left-hand side, goes past the Liverpool defence, crosses the ball in, but it's been cleared. And then on the break, Ben Mee deemed to have fouled Origi. Are we going to see the change? Are we going to see Mo Salah come on for Divock Origi? Are we going to see Bobby Firmino come on? And more importantly, who's going to be taken off? As we see the replay again of that Burnley attack. Mo Salah's on, Chamberlain's off, Divock Origi's off, and Firmino's come on. So we're going to see the same front three that we're used to. Shaqiri stays on. So we see the midfield of Shaqiri, Wijnaldum, and Thiago. Shaqiri down the left. Mo Salah gets his first touch. Looks up. Gives it to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Shaqiri. Trent Alexander-Arnold gives it back to Shaqiri. Liverpool moving the ball around quickly. Mo Salah. Wide to Alexander-Arnold again. Shaqiri has it back. Plays it to Gini Wijnaldum. Edge of the D. Mane gets a touch to it. And that's a good head back by Matt Lowton into the hands of Nick Pope. A lot more to think about now for the Burnley defence. Should see a lot more movement up top. Mo Salah, the top scorer this season with 13 goals, considering the fact that he's not scored in the last 3 or 4 games. Just how much he means for this Liverpool side. Rumours of him leaving to Madrid. But I'm surely he would need to replace the goals and the assists that he provides. And that'll be a difficult task. Liverpool with the ball, Thiago. Down the left-hand side now it's Robertson. Robertson finds Fabinho. Fabinho goes cross-field to Mo Salah. Chests it down. One-on-one with Peters. Inside the box. Passes it to Mane. Mane to Salah. And they were queuing up. Shaqiri and Mo Salah got in each other's way. But Liverpool have it again. Firmino gets a touch. Now it's Shaqiri. Goes wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Inside the box. The ball comes in. It's cleared by Burnley again. Much better this from Liverpool. The ball goes to Shaqiri. Trent Alexander-Arnold looks up, crosses the ball in again, but cleared by Burnley. Now it's played upfield to Chris Wood, but it's good touch there by Matip and Fabinho, and between them and Alisson they get it clear. Gini Wijnaldum has it in the centre of the park, runs through to goal. Gini Wijnaldum, still Wijnaldum. Now it's Mo Salah on the left-hand side. Mo Salah shoots. What a save there by Nick Pope. Mo Salah there with a chance. Shoots to Nick Pope's left. Good save there by Nick Pope. And he goes out for a corner. He just couldn't quite keep it in. But that was a good break there by Gini Wijnaldum. Quick corner taken. Alexander-Arnold in the box. The ball comes in. It's ricocheted. It's cleared again by Burnley. Now it's Brady. Fabinho closing him down, and it's a goal kick for Burnley. Good play by their Liverpool. Good run by Gini Wijnaldum. Found Mo Salah in space. Comes in field, takes a left foot shot. But again, Nick Pope with a good save, denying him. And he went out for a corner. Could have actually been hitting the post, that one by Mo Salah. But it's much better now for Liverpool. Mo Salah shaking his head there. That was a chance for him. Someone of his calibre needs a goal urgently. But 60 minutes gone. It's 0-0. Liverpool a much better side in the second half. Alisson with the ball. Heads it out. Strangely. Could have been a back pass. But Liverpool have it back with Fabinho. Fabinho to Thiago. Thiago intercepted there by Westwood, and he goes out for a Liverpool throw-in. Still 0-0. Liverpool have the ball at the back. Much better there, the last few attacks for Liverpool. But can Burnley hold on? Joel Matip has it for Liverpool now. Brings the ball out, gives it to Mo Salah. Mo Salah runs in infield, plays it to Mane, to Shaqiri. Shaqiri now gives it to Wijnaldum. Mo Salah, Liverpool probing. Wijnaldum again, plays it to Shaqiri. Trent Alexander-Arnold, edge of the penalty area. Shaqiri looking for Salah. Salah runs through. Just a little bit too much on that one by Shaqiri. But it's the right idea. Great movement for Salah, but he couldn't get on the end of it. And it's a Burnley goal kick. Liverpool moving it around much quicker now. Shaqiri saw the run. tries to play him in, just got a little bit too much on it, but that's the right idea. Sean Dyche has a discussion with his coaching staff. Is he going to change anything? Must be worried now the way Salah has come on and looked sharp. Firmino's not been as much involved. Matip with the clearance. Finds Sadio Mane. Mane to Robertson. And now Wijnaldum. To Firmino. Back to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum looks up. Plays it left to Robertson. Back to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum to Fabinho. Fabinho gives it back to Wijnaldum. Liverpool again looking to score. Firmino now. Drop deep. Burnley with all the men behind the ball. Wijnaldum plays it to Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane kicks the ball in, but again it's too long, and Nick Pope gathers it for Burnley. Burnley have the ball, but he's lost. They've lost it to Mo Salah. Mo Salah runs into the box, looking for Mane. Last hit tackled by Loughton, and it's a goal kick for Burnley. Dwight McNeil there loses the ball on the left-hand side unnecessarily. Mo Salah was in there. The ball pinched back by Trent. Tries to look for Mane, who was running in, but his shot was wide, and he was put off there by Matt Loughton. Should have done much better there, Sadio Mane. Matt Loughton does catch him slightly, but it's a goal kick. 64 minutes played at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Burnley 0. Are we going to see a goal? Liverpool are looking likely. There's a change for Burnley. Gudmundsson comes in for Robbie Brady. How will Burnley shape up now? Like for like. Gudmundsson will just fill in on the right-hand side. Burnley get it clear. Only to Robertson. Plays it down the line, but Burnley have it again. But the line is flagged as he has gone out for a Burnley throw-in. Matt Loughton to take the throw-in for Burnley. Gini Wijnaldum wins it. Josh Brownhill clears it up and wins it again. Wijnaldum heads it. Mane looking for Firmino, but he's cleared up there by me. And now it's Thiago to Robertson. Robertson finds Gini Wijnaldum. Are Liverpool going to score? They've had hard chances. Origi with a chance in the first half. Are they going to create another one? Matip loses the ball. The ball falls to Dwight McNeil now with Ashley Westwood. McNeil surrounded by Liverpool players. Roberto Firmino all the way back. Mane now pressing. Much more of a better press by Liverpool. Nick Pope just plays it wide, but fortunately for him, falls to a Burnley player. Loughton plays it down the left, but it's swept up by Trent Alexander-Arnold, but only to Burnley player. Now it's Matt Loughton down the right, crosses the ball in. Ashley Barnes in acres of space. What a save by Alisson! Good ball in there by Matt Loughton. Ashley Barnes chests it down. Is deemed offside anyway, but good play there by Burnley. He couldn't hold his run, Barnes. He was in acres of space. And a fantastic save there by Alisson. He wasn't to know that he was offside. But a danger signs there for Liverpool. A bit of a warning. Foul for Burnley. Now they have it on the left-hand side. Bright McNeil crosses the ball in. But Alisson plucks the ball out of the air. Liverpool with Robertson down the left-hand side. Now it's Mane on the edge of the area. Plays the ball in, but it's cleared again by the Burnley defenders. Couldn't quite find Firmino. Ben Mee with the clearance again, time and time again. Now it's Gini Wijnaldum. Gives it to Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold gives it to Mo Salah, who runs towards Eric Peters. Couldn't get past him. Cleared by Peters, but only for Liverpool. For Alexander-Arnold to get it back. Plays it infield to Gini Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum finds Mane. Back to Wijnaldum, just on the edge of the area. Goes wide to Andy Robertson. Burnley defenders ahead of him. Goes all the way back to Thiago. Now it's Alexander-Arnold who's come in field. Gini Wijnaldum looks up. 10 men of Burnley behind the ball. Mane now on the edge of the area. Look for Shaqiri who's drifting in now. Shaqiri in the box. Shaqiri shoots and is blocked by Peters. Plays it to Trent Alexander-Arnold. The ball goes wide and Firmino was stretching for it. Got a foot to it, but it goes behind for a Burnley goal kick. Good play again there by Liverpool. Peters doing really well there, blocking both Salah and Shaqiri. Fell to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who clipped the ball in over Nick Pope. But it was Firmino who was stretching and he went out for a Burnley goal kick. 69 minutes played. Liverpool 0, Burnley 0. Are we going to see a goal? Is it going to end up another 0-0 for Liverpool? Burnley have it now in the Liverpool half. Ball comes in down the right-hand side. Headed away by the Liverpool defender. Now it's Dwight McNeil, but it goes out for a throw-in to Burnley. Couldn't quite get a hold of that Dwight McNeil. But Burnley sensing blood. Could they nick it? Eric Peters with the throw-in. Eric Peters still has it. Looking for the runners. Looking for some movement so he can throw it. Finds Ashley Barnes who couldn't control it and is cleared by Liverpool. Mo Salah. Tussle with Tarkowski. Tarkowski wins the header. Finds Peters. Now it's Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil down the byline. Gets the ball to hand to it. And Goodmanson. Good cross by McNeil. Got to the byline. Goodmanson running onto it. But he puts it wide. Well played by Dwight McNeil there. Goes past Trent Alexander-Arnold as if he wasn't there. Thiago couldn't catch him. Just about keeps the ball in play. And Goodmanson coming onto it. Should have done better. But that's better from Burnley again. Thiago finds Shaqiri. Shaqiri, simple ball to Firmino. Firmino turns away from Ashley Westwood. Finds Gini Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum to Robertson, whose passage has been cut out by Matt Lowton. Now it's Alisson. Alisson gives it to Joel Matip. The ball goes up to Nick Pope, and Nick Pope gathers it. Thrown out by Nick Pope, but he's been lost there by Matt Lowton. Firmino to Robertson. Robertson crosses the ball in. Firmino shoots. And it's gone wide. What a chance there by Firmino. He opened up for him. Robertson with the ball in. Bad throw there by Pope. Puts his right back in trouble. Forces Firmino. Plays in Robertson. Gives it back to him. And he completely scuffs that shot, Bobby Firmino. He opens his foot up, but he goes miles wide of the post. Poor there by Bobby Firmino. 20 attempts for Liverpool this game and only 6 on target. And that's the problem Jurgen Klopp's been having. That his front three have lost their shooting boots. But can they do anything now? Mane runs towards the defence. Still Mane. Now Trent Alexander-Arnold comes in field. Looks for Jadon Shaqiri. Shaqiri plays to Wijnaldum. But the Burnley players are back to Wijnaldum. Liverpool still have it on the edge of the penalty area. Burnley defenders all around them. Now it's still Wijnaldum. Nowhere to go. No movement. Gives it to Thiago. Thiago looks up. Gives it to Mo Salah. Mo Salah. Shaqiri now. Shaqiri to Firmino. Back to Shaqiri. To Trent Alexander-Arnold. Who passes the ball in. Clearance there, but will it fall to Mo Salah? No, but it's cleared by Burnley. Ashley Westwood. But given away again to Trent Alexander-Arnold. The ball comes in by Trent. Is that a handball? Is that a handball by the Burnley defence? Mike Dean not giving anything. Shaqiri tries to cross it in and he goes back for a Burnley bit too long there, but crossed by Shaqiri and it's a Burnley goal kick. Was that a case for handball there? We're going to see again. Trent Alexander-Arnold crosses the ball in. The ball's down his side. We're going to see it again. Oh, I've seen them given, but you don't know what VAR is going to do. Mike Dean was having nothing of it. VAR has looked at it, I think, but it's a Burnley goal kick. Liverpool have it again, won by Trent, but given away to Burnley. Wood trying to look for Ashley Barnes. Headed away by Fabinho. Now it's Trent Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool. Trying to find Mo Salah. Good, finds him well. Shaqiri there looking for Firmino, but it was too long again and he shepherded out for a goal kick by Nick Pope. Nearly 75 minutes played. Still 0-0. Are we going to see a winner? There seems to be no urgency in this Liverpool team. Are they tired? Have they run out of legs? Are they feeling the impact of not having Van Dijk, Jordan Henderson missing as well? Injured before the game. As Liverpool have the ball at the back again with Alisson. Goes upfield. Won back by Burnley. Dwight McNeil plays it down the line, but it goes out for a Liverpool throw-in. Trent Alexander-Arnold plays it to Joel Matip. Carries the ball out from the back. Shaqiri. Back to Alexander-Arnold. Who goes left? Finds Andy Robertson. Now it's Thiago. Gives it away. Looking for Mo Salah. But he finds Eric Peters, who's done well since coming on. Nick Pope kicks it upfield. Liverpool have it again. Thiago. Now it's Mane running toward the defence. Gives to Shaqiri. Mane goes down. Nothing given. Liverpool still have the ball. Gini Wijnaldum. To Thiago. To Alexander-Arnold. To Mo Salah. Down Burnley's left. Mo Salah runs in field. Firmino gives it back to Mo Salah. Looking for Mane. Mane. A flick to Robertson. But again cleared by Burnley. Well played there by Goodmanson, who got a touch to it. Mane has it again. Tries to play it through the legs of Goodmanson, but it's cleared by Burnley. Liverpool have it at the back with Matip, who's at the centre circle and runs upfield. Alexander-Arnold plays it first time to Mo Salah. Mo Salah's in the box, goes past one, but he can't go past two, and Dwight McNeil clears it for Burnley. Alisson has it now. Alisson's halfway in the Liverpool half. Gives it to Fabinho. Fabinho at the centre circle. Plays it wide to Mo Salah. Mo Salah running towards the defence. Kicks it past Eric Peters. And he's been given a free kick. He's tried to kick it past Eric Peters and then run round him. And Mike Dean has given him a free kick for obstruction by Peters. Free kick in a dangerous area for Liverpool. On the right-hand side corner of the penalty area, on the edge. Usual suspects standing over it. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson. Can he deliver a quality ball in? Two-man wall. Nick Pope looks up. As the ball comes in by Trent Alexander-Arnold, back post, pushed away by Nick Pope. And he's gone out for a throw-in for Liverpool. Thiago takes a throw-in to Fabinho, who plays the upfield aimlessly, cleared by Burnley, and it's another throw-in for Liverpool. Are we going to get a goal in this game? Fabinho now plays it up long field again. Nick Pope out of the area and heads it away. Good positioning there by him. But Burnley can't hold on to it and the ball's coming back with Thiago. Thiago now plays it for Shaqiri. Shaqiri looking for Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right. Tries to look for Salah, but he hits McNeil in the face, but it falls to a Liverpool player. Now it's Wijnaldum, just outside the D of the area. Firmino still has it. Jinx right, Jinx left. Gives it to Robertson. Robertson looks up. Salah now. Gives it back to Robertson. They can't get through this yellow wall. Headed away by Ben Mee. Now it's Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum to Robertson. Robertson to Fabinho. Fabinho's in the Burnley half. Ball to Mane by Robertson. Mane in the area. Goes past two. Good block there by Ashley Westwood and cleared away by Burnley. Ben Mee with the clearance. Now it's Xherdan Shaqiri still. It's all Liverpool at the moment. Shaqiri again. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Joel Matip. Matip looks up. He's looking for the ball. Still Matip. Carries on running. But it's cleared by Burnley. Now it's Fabinho. Fabinho goes wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Are we going to see a goal? Mo Salah now. Mo Salah outside of his foot finds Shaqiri just outside the area. Shaqiri gives it to Trent Alexander-Arnold. The ball comes in. Again, cleared by the Burnley defence. How many times have I said that? Ben Mee with the clearance. The ball falls to Shaqiri. Goes to find Fabinho. Burnley dogged. Trent Alexander-Arnold again. Are we going to see another cross? But instead he goes for Shaqiri. Runners coming in. Headed away by Burnley again. Burnley have the ball. Ashley Westwood. Find Goodmanson. Goodmanson. Left-footed cross-field pass. Gives it to Wood. Taken well down by Wood. Wood now to McNeil. McNeil runs at Joel Matip. And Joel Matip fouls him. We're going to see another change for Liverpool. Number 18. Minamino. The Japanese international. Coming on. Last scored a goal against Crystal Palace on that 7-0 win. What would Liverpool give for a goal now? Burnley with the free kick. Dwight McNeil over it. In Liverpool's half. The ball comes in by McNeil. Chested by Mane and cleared. But it falls to a Burnley head again. Fabinho! Is that a penalty? Alisson has made a mistake and it's a penalty. The ball came back in. And it was Barnes and Alisson. And Alisson deems to have brought him down. Fabinho's over Ashley Barnes. Barnes kicks, gets a touch on the ball, and Alisson brings Barnes down. Is that going to be a penalty? In slow motion, Alisson doesn't touch him, but Barnes catches his foot, and it's a penalty. It's a penalty. 82nd minute, penalty for Burnley. Ashley Barnes over it. Are we going to see a goal? It's been all Liverpool in the second half. Is Alisson going to save it and redeem himself? Ashley Barnes takes it and he scores for Burnley. 1-0. What a shock that is. Burnley had been playing well. Mistake by Alisson. Mistake by Fabinho. That's why you don't. Well, that's what happens when you don't get centre back. As good as Fabinho has been, he let Ashley Barnes run there. And good touch by Ashley Barnes to get it over Alisson, get ahead of him. And a good penalty as well. Down, low and hard. Alisson no chance, even though he went the right way. Minamino comes on for Shaqiri. Liverpool 0, Burnley 1. Are we going to see an equaliser? Are Burnley going to go away with a famous win? Trent Alexander-Arnold has it. And now it's Joel Matip. Gives it back to Trent. Mo Salah. Back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Plays it wide to Robertson. Gini Wijnaldum. 6 minutes left. Wijnaldum slips. Liverpool have it with Thiago. Back to Wijnaldum. Fabinho now. Fabinho to finds Mo Salah. Trent Alexander-Arnold gives it to Mo Salah again. And that's a bad ball by Trent Alexander-Arnold. So much on it. Looking for Minamino. But he goes out for a Burnley goal kick. 1-0. 85 minutes gone to Burnley. All the possession Liverpool have had in the second half, but created no chances. What a shock this is. Man City, Man United, Leicester, Tottenham, Everton can all go ahead of Liverpool, the champions. Is cleared upfield by Liverpool, headed away by Ben Mee, now Tarkowski. But Liverpool have it again, but cleared by Burnley. All hands to the pump now from Burnley. Eric Peters lashing that one away. Sean Dyche shouting instructions. Are we going to see a goal in the last 5 minutes, plus whatever injury time there is? Joel Matip loses the ball. Burnley just clearing it. Anywhere will do. Jurgen Klopp looks shocked. Fabinho plays it to Mane. Mane now. 4 players around him. Nice Mo Salah in the box. Mo Salah shoots, but he's blocked by Peters again. Comes out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. To Mo Salah. Thiago. What a challenge there by the Burnley player. Peters. And that's going to be a yellow card for Joel Matip. What a famous win this will be for Burnley if they can hold on. Matip there with a deliberate handball. gets a yellow card. 87 minutes. Liverpool 0. Burnley 1. Jurgen Klopp is shocked. Normally you see him raving and ranting, but he's got nothing to say. Headed away by Burnley. McNeil now, down the left. Tries to clear it but finds Trent Alexander-Arnold, who plays it to Fabinho. Fabinho now goes left to Andy Robertson. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Mo Salah. Mo Salah runs in field, looks up, nothing much to aim for, finds Robertson. Robertson now to Sadio Mane. Mane, great challenge there by Loughton. Now it's Fabinho. Fabinho to Matip. Joel Matip looks up, gives it to Mo Salah. No one around him, dinks it in, only to a Burnley player. Now it's Matip again. Are Liverpool going to get opening? Trent on the right hand side, crosses the ball in, but he falls to a Burnley player. And he clears. Fabinho sweeps up, goes back to Alisson. Are we going to see a winner here? Wijnaldum with the ball now. Goes left to Mane. Mane runs for the Burnley defence. Goes past Loughton. Ball comes in. Missed by Salah. Alexander-Arnold with a shot. Firmino. Oh, what a save. Nothing's going on for Liverpool at the moment. Shot by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Hits Firmino. Looking to go towards the goal. But he hits Nick Pope on the way. Or Ben Mee on the way. And it's out for a Liverpool corner. What can Liverpool make of this? Trent with a corner. The ball comes in. Misses Matip. Still Liverpool. Minamino now. On the right hand side, looks up. Finds Trent. Trent, one-on-one with Goodmanson. Now it's Salah. Salah to Minamino, passes the ball in. Deep into the penalty area. And it's gathered by Nick Pope. 89 minutes played. Burnley 1. Liverpool 0. Liverpool just can't seem to find a goal. What a chance there by Firmino. Trent Alexander-Arnold's shot was going wide. But still got a few minutes left. But Burnley are on the attack now. Dwight McNeil with a shot, just wide. If they could have scored there, Burnley. Barnes to McNeil. McNeil on his left foot, but just slices it. And he goes out for a Liverpool goal kick. 4 minutes of injury time to play. Westwood's on the ground. Jurgen Klopp looks on. Can't quite believe what's happening. Liverpool have the ball with Matip. Seem to have run out of ideas. The champions. Fabinho now. Gives it to Matip down the right. Matip back to Fabinho. Is this going to be another loss to Liverpool? 5 games. It'll be 5 games without a win. Thiago now. Can he make a difference? Plays it in. Ball deflects off the Burnley defender and he goes out for a Liverpool corner. As Jurgen Klopp shakes his head. Are we going to see a goal from the corner? Alisson comes up out of his goal. The ball comes in. Alisson challenges Mee, but Mee wins the header. It's an open net. Alisson still in there. Minamino has it. Gives it to Salah. Salah crosses it. Away by Burnley. And it's cleared, but it's still with Liverpool. Poor pass there by Trent, and he's gone for a Burnley throw-in. As Ashley Barnes goes down under challenge, we're just going to see that penalty shout again. Alisson comes out and just slightly catches Barnes, who goes over. A good penalty there by Barnes to give Burnley the lead. 2 minutes to go for a famous win for Sean Dyche at Anfield. Last time Burnley won was 2016 with a victory at Turf Moor. And they've only won one of the last 26 matches at Anfield. This could be two. As the ball comes in to Mo Salah, but he couldn't control it. Cleared away by Burnley again. Alisson has it. Plays it to Fabinho. Fabinho to Minamino. Minamino plays it to Alexander-Arnold on the right. Another cross by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Again, a Burnley defender ahead of it. Salah now gives it back to Alexander-Arnold. Trying to look for Minamino. And he touches a Burnley player and he goes out for a Liverpool corner. Last chance saloon here now. Are Liverpool going to score? Alisson comes up out of his goal again. 93.5 minutes played. Is there still a twist in the tail here? Are Liverpool going to find a goal? The ball comes in, but straight to Nick Pope. Great catch there by Nick Pope, and that should be that. 94 minutes. Burnley 1, Liverpool 0. Poor corner that by Liverpool as the game goes on. But will the referee blow the whistle? Kick by Nick Pope. And it's cleared by Liverpool. There's no whistle yet. Again. 94.5 minutes played. Liverpool free kick. Everyone goes up. Alisson has it. Alisson plays it to Wijnaldum. Are we going to see a goal? Wijnaldum goes left to Robertson. Liverpool need to get this ball in the box. Now it's Thiago. Thiago finds Fabinho. Fabinho goes down the right. Finds Mo Salah. 95 minutes nearly played. Mo Salah gets the ball in. Cleared by the Burnley defender. And Mike Dean blows his whistle. And it's 1-0 to Burnley. Liverpool. 5 games without a win. 2 losses. 2 draws. Ashley Barnes with a penalty. Sean Dyche. What a win for the Burnley at Anfield. And Liverpool's poor form carries on. Home record is gone. Liverpool's home record is over. And it's Burnley who stopped them last season from going unbeaten, from winning every game at home. And it's Burnley this season that stopped them at home. Liverpool couldn't find the answers. Burnley did what they had to do. They didn't create much. Origi missed that chance in the first half. But it's not happening for Jurgen Klopp's boys. They've got a big test coming up on the weekend. Manchester United will be licking their lips to playing against this Liverpool side. I don't see them sitting back as they did at Anfield, as they will do at Old Trafford. Alisson Becker there, demonstrating with Mike Dean. Jurgen Klopp pulling him away. Couldn't quite believe that he's given that penalty away. And Liverpool fall further down in the league. And again, no defenders. Midfield is not right. The front three are not right. Is Jurgen Klopp going to turn this around? Long way to go yet. Liverpool are still in it, but they need to start scoring goals and they need to start turning their results around. They've got Tottenham coming up next. Jose Mourinho, he's going to love it. He's going to love putting the men behind the ball. He's going to love playing on the counter. Son and Kane. He'll want revenge for the 2-1 defeat at Anfield. Finished all here at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Burnley 1. As we go back to RS Media. So just leaves Burnley with 19 points in 16th position. Liverpool 4th with 34 points. Played 19, 15 goal difference. Played one more than Tottenham and two more than Everton. And wins for those two could put Liverpool in 6th position. Crisis at Anfield. Burnley played really well. It has to be one of the defenders or the goalkeeper man of the match. I think I'm going to give it to Nick Pope. Couple of crucial saves. Ben Mee, Tarkowski done well. Ben Mee made a mistake for that Origi chance. But apart from that, they cleared everything Liverpool had to throw at them. Liverpool were generally poor. Trent Alexander-Arnold had a poor game. Alisson mistake. Fabinho had a mistake. Andy Robertson wasn't to his usual self. Wijnaldum played well. Thiago lost balls. Salah was sharp when he came on. But let's see if they can turn it round on the weekend against Man United. And in a way, it's a good game to play against United because a win would lift confidence. But Jurgen Klopp has got a lot of thinking to do. How is he going to turn this round? How is he going to change this run of results? It reminds you of 2 years ago in January when Liverpool drew them games and Man City pipped them to the league, and a season before that when they lost to Watford and Wolves, which cost them the season then, and it looks like a similar pattern again. Ryan.